Hi, my name is Nick Sardino and I'm with the Poughkeepsie Executive Briefing Center, and I wanted to take a few minutes to introduce you to our newest member of the System Z family of enterprise class servers. Earlier last year in the summer we announced the IBM zEnterprise system, which is a single platform which has the ability to integrate heterogeneous multi-tier workloads on a single platform with an integrated management interface as well as comprehensive workload management. And arguably it represents the most significant advancement in mainframe architecture in the last 20 years. The IBM System zEnterprise fits very well in IBM's Smarter Computing initiative. It's a workload optimized system which is tuned to the task of running all of the various workloads that you want to run. Virtualization is very much ingrained in our DNA. It's designed for big data and big insights. So by using ZOS and DB2 in conjunction with our Smart Analytics Optimizer, which is a data warehouse query accelerator, we can glean insights from large amounts of data to help our businesses make decisions about the future direction of their own business. And it's designed for cloud hosting. So we have one system which has virtualization built in, and it has the ability to host virtualized workloads and provide a common set of tooling to make provisioning and deprovisioning of virtual servers very easy. Standing here beside me is the zEnterprise 114, or the Z114 for short. And what this represents is IBM's latest offering in the entry-level mainframe space. It provides more flexibility and more performance at a lower price point than ever before in the mainframe space. It's perfect for customers who are looking for a standalone coupling facility, a dedicated development environment, or small and mid-sized customers who are looking to gain some experience using the latest and greatest enterprise class technology and who have plans for growth within their specific line of business. The Z114 carries with it full support for the hybrid system, including the Z Blade Center extension, or ZBX, as well as full integration with the Unified Resource Manager, or zManager, and can participate in an ensemble with other Z114 as well as Z196 servers. Let's take a look inside at the internal components of the Z114. Inside the Z114, you'll see a lot of familiar components that you're used to when looking at the internals of an IBM mainframe. Like past mid-range offerings, we've consolidated all of the circuitry into one single frame, which allows for significant floor space savings when consolidating multiple workloads into a single box. At the top of the machine, we have the power components, where we bring in AC power and we convert it to DC for use inside the machine. And this power is fully redundant front to back. If we were to lose one side of the power, we'd still be able to keep running, and we could do that non-disruptively to switch over. One of the most significant advancements we've made with the Z114 is that we've split the processing power and memory between two CPC drawers in the machine. So you can see here that we have two drawers where the processors and memory are located, which leads us to having two different model offerings for the Z114. We have both the M05 and the M10 configuration. So one is the single drawer and one is the dual drawer configuration. And we split the chips 3 and 3 between the CPC drawers. So in each drawer we have 7 PUs and 96 megabytes worth of level 4 cache. This is good for two reasons. It gives us the ability to lower the entry price point for the single drawer model, and it also gives us increased scalability and flexibility as we are able to add the second drawer at some time in the future for customers who only start with the one drawer system. The processor chip that we're using is the same processor chip that we used in the Z196. It's a quad-core processor, and in this case we're running that processor at 3.8 gigahertz. We'll run it a little bit slower than the Z196 so that we can air-cool this machine and don't require the additional power for the modular refrigeration units. We've significantly improved the performance of the processor on this machine by adding over 100 new instructions to the instruction set, which can specifically help with new workloads, including C and C++ and Java type of applications. And we've significantly increased the performance and robustness of the cache infrastructure in the machine. We now have 24 megabytes of level 3 cache on the processor chip itself for the cores, and we've quadrupled the amount of cache in the storage control chips and gone up to 96 megabytes worth of cache. Also inside the CPC drawers we have the memory. From Z10, we actually have the same amount of physical usable memory by the customer, but we've gone to something called RAIM, which stands for Redundant Array of Independent Memory. And what this brings is a level of robustness and redundancy into the memory architecture that allows us to take an entire memory DIMM failure without crashing the overall workload that's running on the system. Below that, you see we have the I/O configuration for the machine. And we're announcing and releasing the new version in the new I/O drawer, which is PCI Express based. You can see that in the bottom of the frame there. So we have the ability to coexist the PCI Express drawer with the current drawer technology that we carried forward from both the Z10 business class and the Z196. The PCI Express drawer gives us the ability to have increased flexibility as well as a higher overall port density of I/O in the machine. And we also take advantage of a higher speed interconnect between the I/O drawer and the processors itself. The PCI Express bus runs at 8 gigabytes per second over the previous, which was 6 gigabytes per second. The Z114 got its name because it's the first generation in a new era of mainframe computing, and it has 14 cores worth of processing power inside of it. 10 of those cores are available for the customer to use and characterize. Up to 2 of those cores are used as system assist processors for I/O offload. And for the first time ever in a mid-range offering, IBM has released 2 standard spare CPUs on the M10 model. The processors themselves that the customer can use can be characterized up to 5 general-purpose processors for running traditional Z types of workloads. The remaining 5 processors can be characterized as one of our specialty engine types. ZIPS, the Z Integrated Information Processor, which is typically thought of as the DB2 offload or data processor. The ZAP, the Z Application Assist Processor, which is an offload engine for Java types of workload. And the IFL, the Integrated Facility for Linux, which is a processor that runs Linux on the mainframe at a very cost-effective price point. We also have the ability to run ICF, or coupling facility code, on dedicated specialty engines. The customer can also choose to run a full configuration of 10 IFLs in the machine. The overall performance is up 18% over its predecessor, the Z10 BC, with an additional 25% performance that can be gained by taking advantage of compiler optimizations as well as new instructions in the architecture. The total capacity of the box is increased by 12% to 3100 MIPS, and we offer a large number of capacity settings, 130 to be exact, so that the customer can very much fine-tune the amount of capacity their system has to help control software licensing costs. The Z114 provides a great option for customers of any size looking to consolidate lots of workloads into one single platform. By consolidating, we can save a lot of money in software licensing, energy costs, floor space savings, as well as server administration costs. We have a single platform for hosting multi-tier heterogeneous workloads, including traditional Z operating systems and applications, side by side with Linux. And by taking advantage of the System X blades and the Power blades, we can host AIX, Linux, and Windows workloads on one single platform. Unified Resource Manager gives us a single point of control and a comprehensive management suite with end-to-end control of heterogeneous workloads spanning the entire set of architectures that we offer.